Hi guys, welcome back to Nebula Fox Toy Reviews. Hey, it's been a while since you've seen this fluffy face, hasn't it? Yes, I'll admit it's been a while since I've even just had this on, at all to do anything with, whether it's film or just go out public suiting at all. But hey, she's back now for a few videos until I catch some sort of illness again and can't wear her. But oh well. But anyway, today we're going to be taking a look at some Jurassic World figures. These are all Legacy Collection figures, and they are the Legacy Collection figures that came out during Dominion's run. So some of them are a little bit older, a couple of them are newer. So let me quickly show you which ones we're going to be looking at. So we're going to be looking at this Gallimimus. We're going to be looking at this Velociraptor. Excuse me. We're also going to be looking at... Where's it gone? Here it is. We're going to be looking at this Dilophosaurus. Looking forward to that one. And then we're going to be looking at the new ones, which are apparently quite hard to find. And it is the white Velociraptor. So this is the Jurassic Park 3 female Velociraptor. And we're also going to be looking at the Geosternbergia. These two are in Dominion packaging, but they are officially part of the Legacy Collection line. Because obviously these ones didn't appear in Dominion. This is Jurassic Park 3, and this is the Lost World Jurassic Park. So this is Jurassic Park 2. It's more a concept design, a concept creature is this one. So, yeah, really looking forward to... looking at these two in particular, because I haven't unboxed them yet. I've unboxed the others. The other three I ended up getting for Christmas. Just gone. So I've had these guys in the review pile for a long time. For these ones that are open. I've had them in the pile for a long time, and it's definitely about time that they got reviewed. So let's head on over to the review table and take a closer look at those amazing Jurassic World figures. I'll see you over there. Okay, so here we are at the review table. As you can see, we have 3 out of the box, 2 in the box. I'm going to save these 2 for last because these are the more recent ones. And first things first, I'm going to start with the Velociraptor because that's the figure that we've all got like a million of them of. So, yeah. This is the Legacy Collection Velociraptor. I do believe with this paint job, it's probably meant to be the Tiger Raptor from The Lost World. So, Jurassic Park 2. And honestly, I really like the sculpt of this specific mold of Raptor. This is the one with the slashing claws. We've had this one a million times. I do think overall the battle damage Velociraptor is the best one, but this is the number 2 mold for me. So getting a closer look at the head, we can see it is more akin to the Jurassic Park, like the Jurassic World Raptors, because this is just the generic head sculpt Mattel have been using for all of their Raptors, except the jumping Raptor. So if I bring this one in, as you can see, the head of the jumping Raptor is more lumpy bumpy, whereas this one is nice and smooth. This head sculpt was also used for the really weird Raptor that they've only made twice, one where you sort of rotate its body from side to side. That one just seemed to be a hodgepodge freaking like Frankenstein of different Raptor molds was that one. But now, this is like the generic Raptor mold they've been using since Fallen Kingdom. And you know what? It does the job. It's a nice head sculpt. Excuse me. So as you can see, all of the dinosaur is pretty much done in this orange colour with a bit of reddy brown, maroon, mahogany, I don't know what colour it is, on the back and around the eyes. And this grey colour, which is starts at the bottom jaw and goes to about 3/4, maybe 2/3 of the way down the belly. So the eye paint looks like it's been done pretty well on this figure. The eye's done really nicely. And that eye's done. So yeah, this is one with like perfect eyes, which is a bit of an achievement for Mattel figures. One eye is usually going off at an angle ever so slightly, or it's like drooping down the face. But now the eyes on this one do look really nice. I like the this patterning they've got going down the back to represent like the tiger stripes. I do wish it went further down the tail. Obviously, it doesn't have to go all the way down the tail. To about there would suffice. But it does just mean the tail looks untouched and unpainted, and yeah, it just looks bad. I also don't know what I do believe that's the official orientation. It's the fact that it doesn't even go onto the tail at all. It stops at the base of the tail. It's like, come on. You could have made it go a little bit out to the tail. But oh well. For articulation, the head is on a swivel hinge, so it can go up and down like that. That can look all the way, well, that far up. And it can look pretty much all the way down. And you can also rotate the head, so the dinosaur, the raptor, can look behind it a little bit. The jaw can open, that is as wide as it can go. The inside of the mouth, the tongue is painted nicely, the teeth are done nicely. Oh, we even have the roof of the mouth painted. That very rarely happens on Mattel dinosaurs. The roof of the mouth is never usually painted. But yep. The arms can, go back and forth. They also have the hinge that lets them go out to the side. But the back and forth is more tied to the action feature, so we'll take a look at that later. The legs can go forward and back. They do sort of soft click into place for like the ideal position for them standing. The legs can also go in and out a little bit. They can go in and out. This leg wants to do it a lot easier than this leg. Also wants to go further as well. And as you've seen, the tail can also rotate, but that is kind of pointless. For the action feature, we've got this button up here. And when you click it, the dinosaur slashes. And that's it. Hence why this is called the Slashing Raptor mold. And it's pretty cool. It's an action feature that makes sense for a Velociraptor. And for the scan code, there we go. There it is for this raptor. You've most likely already got it, but oh well, if you haven't, here it is. So that's the scan code for the orange raptor. There we go, we'll put that over there. And we'll bring in the next dinosaur, which is the Gallimimus. This is this is the second Legacy Collection Gallimimus. It's also the second use of this specific action feature and mold, but the first use of it was not as part of the Legacy Collection. The first use of it was Camp Cretaceous, where it was a dark green Gallimimus. The original Legacy Gallimimus was brown in colour, like the Jurassic Park 1 one, and it moved its legs when you pressed the action feature button. But this one is different. So this is the first time this one has been used for the Legacy Collection. So I'll say it's brand new for Legacy Collection, but not brand new for the Jurassic World toy line overall. Excuse me. Are the eyes done nicely? That one is. And so is that one. Another one that's been done quite nicely from Mattel. This one's even better for it being done nicely because the eyes obviously are a lot smaller on this. So as you can see, most of the dinosaur is done in this pale green colour. And it's got the same red, brown, maroon, mahogany, I don't know what you want to call it. It's got the same colour running through as its like back pattern. And it also has the same like creamy, greeny, grey colour running down it. But unlike the Raptor, this one actually has some patterning on its tail, which is really nice. I do like that. I do appreciate that. So, coming up to the head, the Gallimimus head sculpts have always been really nice. I've always liked the Gally heads. So that is really nice, with a nice long neck. As you can see, the brown, I'm just going to say brown for the sake of the video. Brown starts just after the nose, and then goes all the way down the neck, and stops just before the hips, and then has a few little splotches on the tail. So that's really nice. We've got the hands, unpainted claws on all of these figures, which is a shame, but hey ho, it's what Mattel does these days to cut costs. Really nice little hands. I do like the Galley sculpt. Nice long slender legs with big feet for running, and then a short stumpy tail. I do feel like the tail needs to be a bit longer, but hey ho, it is what it is. For articulation, the head doesn't do anything apart from what the action feature does. The arms can go back and forth and also out to the side. The legs can also go back and forth and also out to the side. The tail rotates but is completely pointless because it breaks the mold and looks stupid. And then the action feature is you press the button and it nods its head. It's basically like it's pecking. Basically like it's pecking something, either to attack it or because it's hungry, so it's pecking the ground and pecking bushes and stuff for berries and things like that. But yeah, it nods its head. And then we have the scan code. So there you go. There is the scan code. I don't have access to the other version of this Gallimimus, otherwise I would show it you for comparison. I also don't have access to the other Legacy Collection Gallimimus. Otherwise, I would also show that for comparison. But yep, there's the scan code for this Gallimimus. You, once again, like the Raptor, you probably already have it. But if not, there you go. Okay, Gallimimus needs to go over here. And we'll bring in the Dilophosaurus. This is the one that I was most looking forward to in this set. This is actually the third release of this specific mold, but I missed out on the first two releases, so I have this one. We also have a fourth one on the way as part of the Strike Attack line for the Dino Trackers series. I'm going to try and get hold of it, but if not, I'm happy I've at least got one version of this mold. And paint-wise, I do believe this is the best one. From what pictures that I've seen, this one looks the best to me. So this is the Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus, or it's meant to be. And yeah, this is really cool. Have the eyes been painted well on this one? Okay. And okay, this eye has been done really nicely. Both of them are centered, but this one does seem to have a little bit of paint splotch under the eye. Paint run. But oh well. So yeah, this is really, the head has absolutely no articulation whatsoever because it's all tied to the action feature. But the head sculpt in itself is really bloody nice. I'll do it this way so there's no paint splotches. But yeah, the head sculpt in itself is really, really nice. I like this one. This is probably the best, to me, this is like the best mainline Dilophosaurus. Obviously, you've got the Amber collection and the Hammond collection, which are both a million times better than any of the mainline Dilophosauruses that Mattel have released. But for the mainline, I do believe this one is the best it is to me. The frill has been painted and printed really nicely as well with that pattern. We have like a dark bluey colour that has, you know, a little bit on the face and then covers the back, and then that's it. And then a little splotch of light green, creamy colour on the belly. The rest of the dinosaur is just done in this dark green plastic, which looks nice as well. I'm not even mad that the tail is unpainted on this one because it looks all right. For articulation, as usual, the arms can go forward and backwards and also out to the side. The legs can also go back and forward and out to the side a little bit. The tail on this version cannot rotate because the tail activates the action feature. And speaking of the action feature, if you push the tail up, the frill comes out and the mouth opens, which is really nice. For inside the mouth, as you can see, the tongue has been done in this brownie colour. Has the roof of the mouth been painted? It has. The roof of the mouth has also been painted, which is nice. And also strange. I'm wondering if it's because these are like the gimmicky figures, so they put slightly more effort into painting them. But yeah. This is really cool. I do like this action feature. And for the scan code, it's not on a little pop-up thing like it is the others. It's actually under this trapdoor on its back. And for some reason, they could have easily put it there, which would have been easier. But instead, they put it here, which is kind of awkward to get to. But there is the DNA scan code for this Dilophosaurus. If I put it upside down, there we go. You can just put your phone upside down. But there is the DNA scan code for this Dilophosaurus. So that's those 3 unboxed ones. Let's move on to the boxed ones. We'll start with the Velociraptor. I'm saving the Geosternbergia for last because that's the one I'm most excited for. So we have this Velociraptor. It is in Dominion packaging. It also has Chinese writing on it. So I got these for £8. £8 each from the Entertainer, and they do seem to have just got the Chinese Dominion versions of these figures in, because they also had the swinging slash raptor and the Cosmoceratops. Both of them I have already reviewed on this channel, and I bought them from Smith's, the UK versions, in Legacy Collection packaging. So I am safe to include these in a Legacy Collection review. So I'm not going to go over the packaging because it's the same as all Dominion packaging. It's a shame it's not the Legacy Collection box, but oh well. It is the same figure though, so it's okay. So let's just get this girl out of the box. And we'll just throw the box on the floor and I'll sort that into recycling. So here we have the Jurassic Park 3 female Velociraptor. Mattel's mainline version. I do also have the Hammond Collection version. But I'm not going to review it because I haven't bought the full set. In fact, you know what? Let me run upstairs real quick and grab the Hammond Collection version so we can do quick comparison. Okay, I'm back. Here's the Hammond Collection version. Here's the mainline Legacy Collection version. And overall, this is the much better figure, but I do think I prefer the eyes on this one. This one's got the eye colour right. Oh, the eyes red. I know they weren't green, at least. So this one has the better eye colour, but this one has wider eyes, so I prefer the eyes on this one. It is pretty much the same head sculpt. So as you can see, both of them have the ridges. So this ridge on the nose. So both of them have the Jurassic Park 3 head sculpt, which is nice. And yeah, I think overall the head looks better on this one. Because look, there we go. This head looks better, but this body is better. So yeah, not gonna do a full review on this because I only have the Raptor. I don't have the Dr. Grant or any of the accessories that goes with it, because I only wanted the Raptor, and someone was selling the Raptor on its own on the Jurassic Park Toys UK Facebook group, so I bought the Raptor. But anyway, back to this Raptor. The eyes, I do believe, have been painted nicely. Yep, good eyes, which is always good. So yeah, all of the figure has been moulded in this slightly off-white grey colour. pale grey, with the dark colouring running the top of the head and down to the base of the tail. Once again, nothing on the tail, which is a shame because, you know, the Hammond collection put some of the paint on the tail. So the Legacy version could as well. But I won't. And it's got this white colour under the belly. You can't quite see it on camera, but the bottom jaw is moulded in a slightly different colour, and then that colour runs to about here. So, yeah. For articulation, the head is on the same swivel hinge as the orange raptor, so it can go up and down and can also go all the way around. So this one can look quite nicely behind it as well. Mouth can open and close, so we have the tongue painted, the little flappy bits painted. But going back to classic Mattel Raptors, the roof of the mouth is not painted. Is it painted on the Hammond collection? It is. The Hammond collection does have a painted roof of the mouth. But I will. So, yep. The arms, as usual, can go back and forth and also out to the side. The legs can't do anything because they're part of the action feature. And the tail also doesn't do anything. So articulation is almost entirely the front half for the articulation. This, of course, is the jumping raptor mold. So the idea is you push it down like that and then it jumps forward. So this one doesn't want to jump. This one just wants to stand up. Oh, there we go. That was a good jump. Okay, that was a good jump. So yeah, that's what this raptor does. That's the whole gimmick for this mold. If it was more stood up, this would probably be my favourite raptor mold, but it's the fact it's bending down with its tail stuck up in the air and its arse exposed. Nah. The head is amazing though. For the scan code, here it is off to the side a little bit. So that is the DNA scan code for this Velociraptor. So that's really nice. Oh, got a hair. And there we go. So I'll just push that off to the side. And we'll take a look at the figure that I've been most excited for. The Geosternbergia. The concept pterosaur for the Lost World. So yeah, so this this pterosaur didn't actually make it into the final cut of the film. It was swapped out for Pteranodon, seen at the end of the film where it lands on the tree. But it was originally meant to be this Geosternbergia. So now we have a figure of said Geosternbergia. Have the eyes being painted nicely. I'm going to put the head back to the side so we can see it better. That side's alright. And that side is alright. The eyes have been done okay, which is nice. As you've seen, underneath the figure has pretty much nothing. It's actually quite nice that we've got this little splotch of paint on its belly. Also the gradient on here, so it shows like the body colour of the blue does ever so slightly go onto the wings, and then it goes out into the actual wing colour. That is quite nice as well. So yeah, the detailing on the wings is really nice. All that veining with like the brownie colour as well. So it would have been where the wings were moulded in this light brown yellowy colour, and then this blue and this brown would have been painted on. I do believe. Yeah, because there are places where you can see the yellow through the blue. The main body would have been moulded in this blue. So getting a look at the head, that is really nice. The beak, as you can see, is ever so slightly curved up, and it also has a much more vibrant crest than the Pteranodon. I don't know why. I haven't read into it too much, so I don't know why they decided to scrap the Geosternbergia and replace it with Pteranodon. I have a feeling Pteranodon was just the more popular choice. More people knew about it, so they went with that. It's probably also easier for the kids to pronounce. But anyway, inside the mouth has not been painted. The tongue is the same colour as the beak, and obviously the roof of the mouth hasn't been painted. So, yeah, that has not been done. The teeth have been painted, though. The little nippy teeth. And also the crest has been painted. So it's really nice. For articulation, as you've seen, that's how far the beak can open. The head is on a ball joint. So you can get... Is it on a ball joint? Oh, no, it's on the swivel hinge. So it can go up and down, and it can rotate around. I thought it was on a ball joint, but it's not. It's not. It's just on the swivel hinge. The legs can't do anything. They're just made of a flexible plastic. The gimmick, like the action feature, is if you press this button and the wings flap, which is nice. I mean, it's an action feature that, you know, you'd expect a pterosaur to have, really. So, yeah. The scan code on pterosaurs is normally on its back. But because this one obviously has the action feature there, the scan code is now on the wing here. Which is pretty cool. Which is different. And there is the DNA scan code for the Geosternbergia. Not many of you may have this one. Or the Velociraptor. So there we go. Same with the Velociraptor. I ended up getting this for £8 from the Entertainer. I do believe they are the only UK retailer that are stocking this and the Raptor. Normally the Legacy Collection goes to Smiths, but for some reason Smiths have never got these ones in the Legacy packaging, so the Entertainer got them in the Dominion packaging, which I'm glad about, because I really wanted this Geosternbergia and this Raptor. Wasn't too fussed about the Raptor because that's like our millionth jumping Raptor, but I definitely really wanted this Geosternbergia. It's pretty much out of stock online. Last time I looked, it's out of stock on the Entertainer online. But I got lucky, went into a store, and they had 2 of them. They had like 5 Raptors and 2 Geosternbergias. So I bought the nicest looking one for my collection. So I do believe this is the rarest Legacy Collection figure. Because even in America, people are struggling to find this. Which is odd, because America usually gets everything before us in terms of Jurassic World stuff. But yeah. Let me bring them all back in. You don't count. And there we have it. You're going to stay. So there we go. That is all of the Jurassic World Legacy Collection that was released during Dominion's run. Obviously, Dominion is over now. Mattel has moved on to their next line of figures, which is the Dino Trackers. But yes, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I shall see you all in the next video, whatever that'll be. Bye!